Welcome to week 7 of Foundations. We are in the final stretch. Just a quick review. You guys did an amazing job discussing the RTI and MTSS conversations. I know several of you mentioned that the MTSS was a new acronym for you in your schools. I did link on one of your discussion posts the CDE site that kind of explains the multi-tiered system of supports. And so this is just a great visual for you to kind of see how this has changed. On the left-hand side, you can see how PBIS as well as RTI are integrated into the MTSS model. So I'd encourage you to take a look at that. It's just the state website / MTSS. Additionally, several of you submitted some final project prep reviews. If you haven't done so, those have been, I think, extremely helpful to several folks. The biggest things that I'm noticing is APA formatting and things like that, and just making sure that you are including your graphics in part 1. If you need support with APA formatting in the course, you can just go to the table of contents. Under writing and APA formatting resources, you can kind of see we've broken it up into how to format your tables and figures, your references, and then this OWL takes you through it's just a quick tutorial of general APA. So I would definitely review those if you don't feel comfortable with that APA formatting. Additionally, an article came out this last week that I thought was really relevant to this course. It comes from NPR's education branch, and it's called English Language Learners, How Your State is Doing. I'm going to put the link in my update for this week, but it's a really nice graphic to kind of compare where we are with Colorado in English language learners as well as other languages, Spanish, and then their performance. So this article I just think is very timely, so if you do get a couple of minutes, it's a great article to review. The outcomes for this week are around brain research and bilingualism as well as cognition. So there are just 2 readings this week. One is, and actually the first one isn't a reading, it's Language in the Brain, and there is a link. It's a quick 7-minute video from the American Museum of Natural History around language and how it functions with brain research. The second reading is NE Reserves, and it's New Discoveries from the Bilingual Brain. It's an article that you'll want to be sure to reference in your post this week. Assignments are you are going to do a mock parent newsletter article and discussion. It is in like similar weeks, submission and a discussion activity. So make sure that you post it in the discussion, but then post it in the Dropbox for submission so that I can give you those points. So your goal is just going to be to write a hypothetical article that you could include in a parent newsletter. I know many students have done this draft and actually ended up sending it home because it does have some great research and references. Just be sure that when you are doing this article that you're citing those 2 resources that I shared with you. The second assignment is an article critique. And what you're going to do is go through how to find scholarly journals. Those are peer-reviewed journals that are primary sources. There's some tutorials to go through, and those links are in our content. And then what you'll want to do is use the information that you learned, and you're going to locate a research article focused on bilingualism and cognition. You want to make sure that it's no less than anything that was published before 2008 or 9 you want to avoid because it needs to be recent. We give you a number of keywords that you can search for. And you're just going to review the article in reference to both the YouTube video you watch as well as the article and kind of do some comparison. And the critique should be about 2 to 3 pages in length with APA, so that's double spaced. And that article critique, there is a rubric attached to it, and it's 24 points. Finally, you'll want to make sure that you're doing your final project prep. You don't need to submit anything this week, but you're going to be preparing part 3 of the classroom study. If in prior weeks you did not submit anything or you have questions on submission, email me directly or give me a call and let me know that you've posted something so that I can give you some feedback before you submit. Other than that, we're going to have a great week, and we've got just 2 more short weeks together. I hope you guys have a wonderful week.